Rich, let's get to this game. What do you think is going to happen at 4:05 Sunday out in LA?
See, it's so tough because Stat Geek, what's Mike Tomlin's record coming off the bye?
Oh, Mike Tomlin's record coming off the bye. I got it because I asked that last week. I'm pretty sure it's here. I got to find it with everything with my notebook. Oh, come on, because that's what happens when you're at the very end. Okay, here we go. Coming out of the bye, 12-4. Hold on with the 6-game winning streak.
All right. So 6-game winning streak, 12-4 coming out of the bye. You think, oh, go Steelers. Okay. Ready, Stat Geek? I know you don't have this one there ready to go. What's Steelers' record on the West Coast over the last, 10 years?
Well, it hasn't been very good. The only team they had beaten was the Chargers. So it's the right stadium, if you think about that, until they beat the Raiders earlier this season. Because remember, I said, hey, this being a new Steelers team going to a brand new venue in Las Vegas where they've never been, this is your chance to say, hey, we can win in the Pacific time zone. And they did that. So that's why, now granted, that was prime time. That's what I'm going to say. Shake that off. Let's see how they can do.
So all the time you want to get into all these numbers, in the end, it all means pretty much nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I don't know how to pick this game. 21-20 Rams.
21-20 Rams.
Yep.
That's what you go with.
I just don't totally trust the West Coast thing yet for the Steelers. So
I know what's going to happen. If I had to give a score right now, it would probably be something similar to yours. And by Thursday, I'll compile everything I need to for Stat Geek and convince myself somehow that the Steelers. But here's what's interesting.
You've got to understand, though, too, that right now
it's in the live chat for you all. You can start putting it in there.
Any real information from the Steelers in a week and a half almost.
Yeah.
So
I feel disconnected.
Yeah, exactly. Disconnected. Good way to put it. So it's like I reserve the right this week more than any other to potentially change my pick by the staff pick article later in the week. Because I'm going to have disconnected from this team for too long. I'm going to have more information from the Steelers. So actually, there you go. I should have gone with did he get it in there early on? Sorry, I'm starting to look to see if
I'm sure it'll be there. I snuck that in there. I kind of brought it in.
Thank you, Thomas. I should have gone with Thomas Riley.
Okay. I do want to say this because someone asked about this. Who were the 4 losses against? I don't know which teams, but I can't tell you which year. Tomlin's first year as a coach, 2007. Then they won 6 in a row coming out of the bye. Then they had 3 years in a row of losing coming out of the bye. Then they've just won 6 in a row again. I'm not into patterns that because it's 6 in a row, it's going to switch the other way. Everything is different. But those years were 2014, 2015, and 2016 were the 3 years that they lost coming out of the bye. All right, so here we go. Let's get to these scores. I know there's a bunch of them here, and I don't want to get too far behind. Gabriel Golden says 26-20. That would be Steelers. For those of you that might be new to the show, if you don't put a team, we assume Steelers. Okay. Thomas Riley, he was the second one this time. 17-17. That's a tie. Okay. Steelers Pittsburgh agreed with you except for the winning team. They have 21-20, but that would be Steelers. Steel Dog, it disappeared. Steel Dog 88 says 23-21 Steelers. Afton says 24-17 Rams. Okay. Drunk Turkey Show says 2017 Steelers. BF Bud, 24-23 Steelers. Outside Steelers fan says good guys 27, Rams 20. He says give Kenny another game-winning drive. I think if the chances are they're going to get that if they're going to win this game. Pittsburgh Toddy says 21-20 Steelers. That's a common one we got here. Ruben Stone said 23-17 good guys. I meant to go back and see if we had anybody that said 17-10 against the Ravens. I wanted to check that, but ain't nobody got time for that. Gene Smith says Steelers 21-14. Gavin Anthony says 24-20 Rams. Jack, yeah, I'm not going to say that. 27-17, Steelers. Afton wants to. I have not looked at this. I know the Steelers were like about 3-point underdogs. I haven't looked at the over under. Really, I just haven't. Thomas Potts says 17-10 Rams, going with last week's score, but the other way around. Mr. Woodside, 24-22 Rams. Wes has 24-21 Steelers. Defense gets the key play at the end. Oh, here we go. Jeremiah Yoder says 23-16 Steelers. Kevin Brokenborough says, once it comes up, 31-10 Steelers. Man, how excited would you be to see the Steelers put up 31 points? We're still waiting for that. Kyle Smith, 23-20 Steelers. A lot of people are making a big deal out of over half the league didn't score 20 points last week. Defense is up, scoring is down. If that's the way it's going to be, that's probably the reason why the Steelers are a team that's got a winning record. Okay. Andre, is it just Andre? I almost said Andre.
Sure,
Andre Cole, 34-17. That would be Steelers. Sherry Richardson says 29-24 Steelers. Carrie says 17-13 Steelers. Joe Manick says we got a 6-6 tie. Tyler W., he stopped believing. 23-17 Rams. Steve Sipo says 24-20 Steelers. Eddie Powers, 23-16 Steelers. Okay. Israelite Acquiring Knowledge says 21-13 Rams. Chuck Ayers says 28-17 Rams. No one says, 26-13 Rams. A lot more Rams here, especially after coming off the big win with the Steelers, coming out of the bye. A lot of people aren't believing it right now. Wait, we already got Andre Coleman, didn't we? Yeah. That was third. Steelers 34, Rams 14. Was that a correction? I can't remember. I don't have to.
You go on. I'll go back and look.
Nope. It's all right. We got it. Do we have any more scores? Lots of good discussion. Do you see another score? I think that's all for the scores.
Okay.
If we have any more that pop in there, we will let you know. Holy cow, that took a long time. I didn't realize how long we were going. Whoa, I thought we were starting early. I was wrong. This is going to be an interesting one because I'll be honest with you. You shouldn't look ahead. All right. Jay's upper teeth, 17-13 Pittsburgh.